What's going on, dope heads? Are you ready to take a magic comic book ride with your idiot host for the next 10 minutes? I am Dope, and this is Dope Comics, and this is my YouTube channel. Today I've got a question for you. Have you ever fell in love with a comic book that you think you're the only person on earth that loves this book? Well, I have. I'm totally obsessed with this book, everything about it. It is a great story. It is very me in a lot of different ways. It covers all the things I like, and I've never heard one person talk about this book. The book in question is Man Thing number 5. I'm obsessed with everything about this book, from the story to the art. I'm looking at every panel. I'm counting beer bottles in the background on panels. I'm studying people's clothing. I'm doing everything in this book. This book is Night of the Laughing Dead. It is number 5. It is absolutely worth this, and I love it. I didn't know if there's anybody else out there that's just fascinated over a book like I am, but this book right here is amazing. There is 10 CGC 9.8s on the census, and if you have one, hook a brother up. I'll pay you more than market value for this book. I am on the search for one of the 10 of this book, and I will pay more than it is worth. So if you beat me on YouTube, or not YouTube, but if you beat me on eBay, get a hold of me and I will buy it from you. And if you have 2, I'll buy 2. I don't care. I want a 9.8 of this book. This is one of my favorite stories. It's dark, it's gloomy, but it's everything I love in a book. It's about this clown right here. I don't even know how they put this book out, to be honest with you. This book would never come out in today's time. This is Man Thing, Night of the Laughing Dead. And it's about a clown. And let's talk about the book. On page 3, he decides to, I don't know if you can see that, but he pulls out a gun and shoots himself in the temple. And, it says, consider this weeping clown, for example. What does he feel? Now, as he raises a gun to his temple, the tears roll down his face, grease-painted cheeks, and right there, blam, he just kills himself. So this book is about a clown that falls in love with a tightrope artist out of the circus, and she cheats on him with the strong man in the circus. And the clown goes AWOL. He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of this circus. I'm kicking rocks. I'm Ghost. And he leaves and he's crying. He gets in his car and drives to the swamp where Swamp Thing is. And he pulls out a revolver and shoots himself in the temple. And basically that's the end of the story. It's dark. I don't know how they even printed this for kids. The tightrope girl decides to go hunt for him, and she asked her boss, that's in charge of the circus, will you please help me find him? And he just slaps the shit out of her. Says, "What? Pow!" He didn't give a fuck if the clown left. I don't care about the clown. So he just smacking women left and right in here. She goes to a hotel. It's in the middle of the swamp. It's about a $20 a night hotel. And, she's all looking for Daryl, which is the clown. If you look right here, she's all crying. You see that? And they got like a Scooby-Doo van. They're out looking for Daryl. They don't know he's already shot himself in the head and he's laying in the swamp. But it says, I know how strange this must sound, but I swear it's true. You see, I love Daryl, but I betrayed him. And he stopped laughing, stopped living. He just wanted to die. Well, cause of her, he shot himself in the head. And there's really no story to it. The strong man comes looking for her because he likes what he was getting at night at the circus. And she don't want nothing to do with him. She wants to go back to the clown Daryl. But Daryl's already dead. So I don't know why Marvel, this is about 1974. I don't know why Marvel decided to come out with a suicide story about a clown. It really has nothing to do with Man Thing, except he heard the gunshot in the swamp and he found the dead body. So This ain't even a story about Man-Thing. It's a story about these two in a Scooby-Doo van trying to find a hotel to shag. And the circus was at the hotel. And, you know, she was looking for the clown, and clown was already dead. And it's the way it rolls. So this story, I don't know why it came out. I don't know why they thought kids would like to read a story about a suicidal clown. But they did. And not only did they come out with this, they thought, hey, it'd be a good idea. Great story, Stan Lee said. Kids will love a suicide story about a clown. And it was such a big deal, I guess. And they thought it was such a big story. Months later, shit, put that stuff on record. They came out with the record of the same story. So if you didn't read the book, you can get the record. And you can listen to the gunshot. And you can hear the clown cry. And you could hear the girl get smacked. And you could witness it all tearing the swamp. Because this is Night of the Laughing Dead. One of the craziest stories I think I've ever heard of. Especially from the 70s. You know, you might have heard this back in the pre-code horror days. But be out in the 70s? After the Code Authority? Does this even have the Code Authority? Yeah, it's got it right there. So, I don't know. But they came out with the record too, because it was such a good story for kids. You know, kids would like to hear this story also on the record player, because it was a really good story. Mom, can I please buy that record where that clown just commits suicide? Well, I guess that was kind of a review of my favorite book I'm looking for. But the reason I got on here is to tell anybody, if you have a 9.8 of this shitty story that nobody likes but me. I mean, I just saw a 9.6 sold for like $15. Yeah, I know it sounds weird because it costs you $30 to, you know, get the thing to CGC and back. But just had a 9.6 to sell for $15. But a 9.8, I don't know what it'd go for, but I'll pay more than market value. Hook me up with a 9.8 of Man-Thing number 5. Please, if you got one. There's 10 copies out there in the world. I'm looking for one. Been looking for one for a while. Hook me up. Maybe the power of the old internet, the old interweb will help me find a number 5 and a 9.8 CGC. So we're at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. This is video number 65, I believe. A little something different. I think this is the first ever half-assed book review I've ever done. But I want that book. I want that 9.8. I know this ain't going to get many views, but I want the 9.8. So hook a brother up. If you like what you see, click that like button. Comment down below. Subscribe today. And you'll get all this invaluable information that I put out here. So until the next times, I will see you again beneath a blackened sky.